This load management story from Buck is wild.
We had the guy that hit a triple and two doubles, and they came in and said he probably needs a day off because he ran too much around the bases. So what do you mean tell him? Don't get any hits so you can play the next day? I didn't quite understand that one.
Can you imagine trying to manage a team and the front office comes down and tells you, hey, your player played so well, we just can't let him go tomorrow. He needs to rest. Like that is counterintuitive to winning.
Okay, I said, okay, you go out there and tell Brandon Nimmo that he's not playing today because he did too well last night.
Yeah, he had a triple and a double. He had to run a little bit. These are professional athletes. Their cardio shouldn't be a question in the middle of a 162-game season. What if you had a player who grounded out 4 times in the game, but each time he grounded out, he busted his ass and sprinted for his life down that line? You know, what if he played in the outfield and had to run down like 3 or 4 long fly balls or line drives? Does that player have to sit because he used his legs too much? I love analytics, and it has a place in sports. You can uncover so much data that can be beneficial to a team that can give you that edge, but teams have leaned way too far into it. The fact that we're worried that a little extra running could be detrimental to a player's health for the rest of the season? You know, what if you lose that next game because you take one of your hottest hitters out of the lineup? You add that up throughout a season. What if you lose 5 to 10 games because you decide to sit some of your better players throughout the season? That could mean the difference of making the playoffs. That could mean the difference of winning your division or being a wild card. Like, injuries will happen, yes, but to manage people to this degree, it's crazy. It's crazy. Can you imagine being a player and being told, as Buck alluded to, that you can't play the next game because you played too good the game before? Like, it's just so stupid. I like what Buck had to say after this as well.
How much now in managing is you setting the lineup, you deciding what's happening, versus the stories you hear of the front office coming to you every day and handing you a piece of paper like this and saying, Buck, here's the lineup, you're going to play it. And you're like, fuck you, I've been doing this for 50 years.
But now we've got so much more information. You know, your door's not open, it's cracked. Come on in here, bring everything you got. I'm receptive, but sometimes it's a lot different in the dugout than in the 8th and 9th inning when you know what's going on mentally with a guy, emotionally with a guy. You know things that are going on and off the field. There's so many factors that figure into it. So the best guys that I've dealt with are receptive to the other part of it. They bring something I can't bring, but the coaching staff brings something that they can't bring just from your experiences. So
there's been a lot of conversation, especially in Blue Jays land, like, does the front office dictate what the manager does, their lineups, how they, you know, deploy pitchers and stuff like that? Like, how much responsibility does the actual manager have and how much is dictated for him? I don't know if we truly 100% know, but Buck brings up a great point. You know, they'll come to him with, you know, numbers and situations, and like that plan's all good and all. But when it's the 8th inning in a pressure-packed game, he's the one down there and can see where everyone is mentally. He can see where some people are physically, where, you know what? Yeah, those advanced analytics are great and all, but I could see right now in the moment, they mean goddamn shit for how this player's feeling at the moment. So teams definitely got to find that balance of, you know, analytics and getting a feel for it on the field. So let me know in the comments, do you follow any teams that are just driving you nuts with load management or lineup decisions or, you know, yanking pitchers here and there, especially when they're playing good? John Schneider. That'll do it for me. We'll see y'all in the next video.